Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is time for another monthly wrap up. We had a pretty good reading month. Now, in the month of October, I did want to read as many spooky books as possible, but after reading Hidden Pictures, I decided that I just wanted to read more fall books or whatever caught my eye. So you're gonna see that at the beginning, I did pretty good with like seasonal books, and then towards the end, it kind of just weird off. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So I started October off with The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I gave this 4.5 star, pretty much 5 star. And I freaking love this book. It was so magical and everything about it screams fall without it being pushed at you to be fall. I also really loved how this book was very inclusive without it being the main focus. This is my first cozy fantasy book, so if you want to get into that genre, I highly recommend that you read this. Okay, next up we got Verity by Colleen Hoover. I did give this one 4 star, but all the characters just need to go to therapy. Like Lowen, I was on your side for a sec, but then towards the end or like middle, you kind of weird too. So I don't know who to believe in. I am leaning towards the husband's side, but I don't know. That's the type of book it is. Like, you don't know who to believe in because everyone's pretty effed up. So 4 star if you are into thriller books. Next up is the book that legit freaked me out. It is Hidden Picture. I legit had to take a break reading this book. So if you don't know, there is drawings in this book, and I don't do drawings. That scared me. So the drawings are done by the kid that she's babysitting, so that's already creepy. Spoiler, she babysits the kid Ted, and Ted has a freaking imaginary friend. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So anyway, I went into this book blindly. I didn't know if it was gonna be more like a horror book or thriller, and I'm glad I did that. The drawings creeped me out, but it definitely elevated the story. So 4 star. I think it's a pretty good book if you are into this kind of genre, but this is definitely something that I would only read if I have Garrett at home with me. So 4 stars. Okay, so this next book, I don't have the physical copy. I read this on my Kindle using the Libby app, which was Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I was pleasantly surprised and really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would like that type of genre, but it was pretty good. Okay, so this next book I read on my Kindle. It was our October book club book. So was it predictable? Yes. Did I still enjoy it? Yes. So it was a 3.5 star. I feel like with a lot of fall books, it's all gonna be very similar, but what I really enjoyed is that they didn't leave their small town. I was so upset about Fall I Want when they left, so this is probably one of my favorite fall books right now. Okay, so this next book is The Tale of Arcane of Fortune. I read this on my Kindle. Now, I really enjoyed it. The concept was really interesting. So our girl Serena, she is basically going to go through 7 trials in 7 days. Each day she's going to live through another fairy tale. Now, I picked up this book because people recommended it if you liked Once Upon a Broken Heart. But the only similar thing was that our girl lives in a cottage. She has pink hair. Other than that, it wasn't the same at all. No, I really like the concept, but it just wasn't executed well. The main characters it's just like they were never in any trouble. Like, the villain will either give them the answer to get out of the story, or they will somehow magically solve it like right away. I'm not sure if I want to give this 2.5 star or 3 star, but after thinking about it, it's a 2.5 star for me. Okay, so this next book I read on my Kindle through Libby. So Libby, you can basically use your library card and rent a book online, and you can put it through your Kindle. So I have like a whole list of books I'm on the wait list for. So whenever it becomes available, no matter what season or time it is, I'm gonna read it, because sometimes these wait lists are like legit 20 weeks long. So this book was available, which is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Now, Emily Henry has a cult following, and I love her books, but sometimes I don't. Her books are usually a hit or miss for me, but luckily this one was a pretty good one. I don't know if I like it more than Beach Read. I'm still debating, but for now, Funny Story is still definitely my favorite from her. So I did give this 4-star. To me, this was a really refreshing take on a girl going to like a small cozy town. So I really enjoyed it, and I love the ending. Okay, so this next book is Collide. I did force myself to read it, but I don't know, it just really gave me icebreaker vibes, and I couldn't get that out of my head. So I wanted to DNF it so bad, but I have told myself that if I buy a physical book, I'm gonna read it. So I forced myself to do it, and it was a 2-star. I don't know, I just couldn't vibe with Aiden at first. He did grow on me, but then once he grew on me, our girl Summer pissed me off. So I don't think she deserves him. What sucks is that I have the second book in this series, so I'm gonna have to continue the series. All right, now we did finish October off with a really strong book, and I'm so glad I did that. We got Lord of Glass. So I know people have a lot of opinions about how you should start a book, but I read online that the best experience is to read the first 3 books and then move on to The Assassin Blade. I don't know if that's gonna be the correct order. Sarah J. Maas doesn't have an official order or anything, but I don't know, I feel like once we fall for our girl Selena, I feel like that novella is just gonna hit better. I really hope that is the case and I don't regret this, but so far I'm glad I did, because the first book was really good. I gave this 4-star. Now, am I going to tandem read? No, I am not. I am gonna read it by publication order, so I will not be doing that. That is too much work for me. Reading should be enjoyable, and that is too stressful for me, so we're just gonna read one book at a time. Who would have thought that reading a book series would be so controversial? I don't know if Sarah J. Maas has ever put out an official order, but I'm just doing it based on what people told me, and I'm gonna trust people's opinion. So anyway, I cannot wait to finish this series. I can't wait to see what happens to Selena, and I don't know who I like more. Do we like Dorian or do we like Chow? I don't know how to say it. As of right now, I am leaning towards Chow. How do you say his name? Oh my gosh, I gotta look it up. Okay.
How do you pronounce this name correctly? Yeah, the spelling is confusing. Chow? No, simply Kale.
Kale. Okay. So it's not Chow, Kale. Okay, that sounds way better than Chow, honestly. So right now I am leaning towards Kale. So I hope she ends up with him, but then I already got a spoiler. I know that there's one person that, I forgot his name, but one person that she may meet in the future, so. But for right now, a girl can only hope, so. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. These were the awesome 9 books that I read. If you have any book recommendations, leave them in the comments for me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Lights out, I'm your favorite. Too many ways, been in your place, taste the layers. Add it up, plus sign, zeros on the table. Driving and vibing, bring the beer later.